The materials that you're going to need is going to be your yarn. You're going to need the color for your tree and the colors that you want to decorate your tree with. I'm going to be using scrap yarn, a 5mm hook, and a pair of scissors. To begin, you are going to take your yarn and make a slip knot. Insert your hook into the slip knot and then make a chain of 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Now insert your hook into the second chain space and make a single crochet. And then you're going to single crochet all the way down your chain. Chain 1, turn your work, and you're going to put a single crochet into the back loop only. So here's the front loop, and this is the back loop. You're going to continue to do back loop, single crochet until your piece gets to be big enough to wrap around your head. You don't want it to be too tight, but you don't want it to be loose either. For the sake of this video, I'm just going to be making a small hat. So once you have this, you are going to fold your project in half, chain 1, just like that, and then you're going to go in through one side, then in through the other side, and make a slip stitch, and then continue to put a slip stitch into each stitch until you get to the end. From here, you are going to put your work right side out, so just flip it in, and then you are going to chain 2, and then you're going to put 5 half double crochets into that stitch right there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then you're going to come over here into the chain, not the chain, but the first stitch, and just make a slip stitch into the very first stitch, just like that. So you have this. Now you're going to chain 1, and you're going to put a half double crochet into the next. You're going to skip this row and go into this row, and you're going to put 6 half double crochets in there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And now go back to the first stitch and make a slip stitch, chain 1, and then go into the next. Not this one, but this one. And you're going to repeat that all the way around till you get back to here. So I finished my last popcorn stitch, so I'm just going to chain one. Then I'm going to slip stitch into the back of this popcorn stitch, just like that. Well, like this. If you're making a bigger one, you're going to chain two, but if you're making a smaller one like I am, you are just going to chain one. Then if you're making a bigger one, you're going to do half double crochets, and if you're making a smaller one, you're going to do single crochets. So you're just going to go into the chain space and make your single or half double crochet, just like that, and then go into the next chain space, skipping the popcorn stitch, and put your stitch. And you'll just repeat this all the way around till you get back to the beginning. Now we're back to the beginning. You are going to slip stitch into your first stitch, just like that, and now chain two. Now put 5 half double crochets into that same stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Turn your work around, slip stitch into your first stitch, just like that, chain 1, and then half double crochet into, you're going to skip a stitch, skip a stitch, and then put another popcorn stitch, so 6 half double crochets, and then slip stitch to the last one. You'll repeat that until you get all the way back to the beginning. I've just finished my last popcorn stitch, so now I'm going to chain 1 and then slip stitch right into the first popcorn stitch, just like that. So it should be looking like this. Now you're just going to repeat the last 2 rows until you have 2 or 3 popcorn stitches left. Now I'm down to my 3 popcorn stitches, 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to cut off my yarn. I'm going to leave a little bit of a tail so that I can sew it. Then tie off your yarn. Take your needle and you are going to just sew up that hole on the top so that there isn't a hole. Just like that. And then just push it in to the inside. And tie it off. And then weave in the tail. You can do that later, like I'm going to. And now you are going to get your scrap yarn or whatever you want to decorate it with and go ahead and decorate it. If you want to decorate it how I am, just take a piece of your scrap yarn and then you can either use your needle or your hook, it doesn't matter. Just pull it through at the middle and then pull it all the way through, and you're just going to make a double knot, just like that, and then cut off your ends, leaving a little bit on there. And just do that all around in random spots, and that's going to finish it. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.